Ready to solve the mystery of Rose's sickness? In Season 4, Rose is unwell and we've got 8 theories and reasons to uncover the truth behind her health problem. Let's get to the bottom of it and find out what's making Rose sick. Hi, I'm Mindful Madama, a fan of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Great to meet you. Rose's headaches are not new. She mentions to Marinette that she often visits the nurse, but it doesn't take long. Teacher Colleen Bustier is aware of Rose's condition and the encrypted name of her illness, Miss Dora. This time Rose was taken to the hospital for a day or more, possibly due to a worsening condition. Juleka tells us that Rose had this disease as a child, but when asked by Ivan Brule, now Rose has recovered, right? Juleka Kufen did not confirm the recovery. She only said that the disease could come back, from which I conclude that Rose is in remission, when the disease sleeps inside her body and mostly doesn't interfere with her life, but it looks like Rose has had some kind of complication. Rose says, Miss Dora is back. This disease is not contagious because Rose boldly hugs and kisses Juleka. Rose is not afraid to infect anyone, so the disease is not contagious. I searched the internet for various diseases that might come back. Some diseases associated with bacteria may return, but they remain contagious. The bacteria do not fit. Also among the diseases that I found were some very old diseases and infections that happened a long time ago, 200 to 300 years ago in Africa. This was also not very suitable for Rose. However, our detective work continues as we search for answers. We ruled out relapsing typhus and ancient diseases, but could Prince Ali be the key? After all, he's the crowned prince of Achu Kingdom and has connections to the medical world. He travels to hospitals with appointments. Rose dreams of him and she was also invited to help with him in a medical institution. These two characters are somehow connected with medicine. Could invitation to join him at the medical institution be a clue to unlocking the mystery of her health? Rose and Ali have a connection and a possible addiction. More information can be found in the description or at the end of this video. During a lesson discussing the selection of a new group representative, Rose expressed her dissatisfaction with the hardness of the chairs in the classroom and wished for softer seating options like cushions. Initially, I smiled at the recollection of Marinette fulfilling her promise to provide a comfortable seat for Rose, but then wondered if Rose's discomfort was caused by her skinny build. It is possible that Rose's thinness is due to anorexia, which is a condition characterized by refusal to eat. Observe that Rose typically wears multiple layers of clothing, such as dresses and skirts, which are pleated at the waist to create the illusion of a fuller figure. The thick layers of fabric in her skirts appear to be used to conceal her true body shape. Rose is often dressed in multiple layers, resembling a cabbage. Additionally, the show places excessive emphasis on Rose's actions in the cafeteria, where others seem to avoid her by quickly grabbing food and giving her apples as if attempting to feed her. It's uncertain if others are aware of Rose's anorexia, but the connection between apples and her condition only makes her upset. Rose becomes irate when pressured to eat and begins complaining to Juleka. I can only speculate, but there seem to be many coincidences and similarities. Rose originally expressed frustration with the hardness of the chairs and her small, underdeveloped physique and thinness, which she tries to conceal by puffing out her blouse. In the hallway, she mentioned the importance of eating breakfast to feel good. Perhaps on a particular day, she missed breakfast and suffered from dehydration. These coincidences are intriguing to me, but they are merely my own theories and observations. Rose's thinness may be due to an illness she suffered as a child that interfered with her growth, causing her to take on a more stable appearance due to wearing multiple layers of clothing. However, it is more probable that Rose has cancer, which is the growth of tumors in the body. Suddenly, Rose goes to the hospital for evaluation and treatment after experiencing headaches and feeling unwell. After researching the topic, I learned that regular checkups for cancer patients are crucial for early detection of tumor recurrence and effective treatment. This is especially important in cases where the progression of the disease can be predicted within the first few years after surgery and radiation therapy. This explanation fits the scenario, as Rose may have undergone treatment in the past, and now it's important to monitor her health to determine the success of the treatment. Also, Juleka's frequent tears and distress suggest that the disease may be serious and potentially fatal. It's impressive how the show Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir can tackle such profound themes. It's really cool. Give it a like. Another facet of conjecture involves Rose's childhood. Rose may have been treated for cancer as a child, with chemotherapy and/or surgery. The hair loss and weight loss may have been side effects of the treatment. The disease may be in remission, but there could be persistent physical pain due to damage to neurons from brain surgery. This is a serious topic. The most famous relapsing disease is cancer. This is a tumor that can appear in various parts of the body, including the brain. It can be treated with chemotherapy or surgery. If Rose had cancer as a child, she could have received chemotherapy followed by surgery to remove the tumor. The theory that Rose has cancer in remission is logical, given that Rose always has angel wings painted on her back, as if Rose would have to leave the series sometime and become a a good angel. However, there are other illnesses to discuss. Returning diseases that cause headaches include hereditary ones such as peripheral recurrent paralysis. However, it's inappropriate for Rose as it is hereditary, and if Rose was born with it, Juleka would mention that instead of saying Rose got it as a child. Rose's symptoms also suggest central recurrent paralysis. It causes cerebrovascular accident, migraine and pain, but often only occurs in patients after strokes. Another miss. I also found multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is a chronic disease affecting the nervous system, causing various symptoms such as slowing of perception and difficulties with memory, understanding, and coordination. These symptoms can manifest as misunderstandings or lapses in judgment, and we can remember that it is Rose who likes to show stupidity and misunderstanding of what is going on. Rose sometimes says things that don't make sense, seems as if she is not completely adequate, throws herself into not very safe adventures, can't remember some names or can't understand some situations. Rose's behavior may be linked to her multiple sclerosis. This episode raises awareness about the reality of various illnesses and the impact they can have. Multiple sclerosis can have periods of remission with varying lengths of time where the person can be healthy. What if all of Rose's behavior as just a nice silly girl is actually related to her illness? That would certainly be very scary and serious. But I loved this episode about Juleka and Rose's illness so much. I liked the episode precisely for the depth of purpose it raises. After all, there really are many different illnesses all around us that can be waiting for everyone anywhere and everywhere. As for Rose's variant of multiple sclerosis, I can reassure some that periods of remission can be of varying lengths, from a few months to years or even decades, when a person will be perfectly healthy. Schizophrenia is a mental illness, somewhat similar to Rose's condition. It is characterized by a continuous or episodic course and is manifested by personality changes in the form of a decrease in mental activity, emotional dullness and lethargy. It's hard to say, but it seems that Rosa has only two moods, either very happy or very depressive. She either laughs and is optimistic, or cries and gets upset over a few harsh words from Chloe Bourgeois. Rose seems to lack emotional range. The idea of Rose having anorexia appeals to me. Her style of dressing, peculiar behavior, preference for soft surfaces, thin skin, hair and voice, along with her refusal to eat apples or food is consistent with the condition. Rose wants to be loved and accepted by all, so she strives to be the epitome of grace and beauty. She became the princess fragrance and always tried to look and be her best. I have a lot of additional information about Rose that I'll be sharing on this Mindful Madama channel. However, would your perception change if I informed you that Rose is actually a genuine princess with a noble title and dignities? Join the adventure and don't miss any miraculous tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir videos. Subscribe to this Mindful Madama channel now. Be sure to check the description below the video, leave your comments, as they are very important. In future videos, I'll dive into other tidbits of the series.